Young Chuck is looking at the tech market and he's panicking. He sees the massive tech layoffs, the state of the economy, and the AI revolution coming. He's afraid and overwhelmed. He doesn't know what to do. The last Codebender looks at it too, but instead he sees an opportunity. He understands AI is the most powerful tool to master, and he understands that the engineers who have it will dominate the market. He knows that a new type of engineer will appear in this AI revolution. A new role will open, so he goes all in on mastering AI. My name is Zorbek, I'm a senior software engineer at an AI startup in New York City, and in this video I'll talk about the newest role that is emerging in the tech space because of AI, how much money there is to make, and how you can get ready for it now. What I currently see in the market, I have never seen it in my entire life. Things are about to be really shaken up. I believe that AI will be bigger than the Industrial Revolution, and there will be a specific need for a special type of engineers to lead that change. We're truly in a once-in-a-lifetime generational shift. What used to take a team of researchers years of development time 10 years ago can now be accomplished in one afternoon using an AI API. I'm gonna structure this video in 3 parts. In order for you to understand and get ready for this change that is coming, you first need to understand what the market is. That's part 1. Then I'm gonna talk about what that role is, how much money there is to make. And part 3, I'm gonna talk about how to get ready for that role. There's a lot of misconceptions about what the state of the market is and what is the role of AI in it. A lot of people act more emotionally, they don't understand truly what is happening. AI, as of now, is not replacing any jobs. Like, they're not AI agents that are just lurking around taking people's jobs. Companies are not replacing people with AI yet. It's gonna happen down the line in the future. The job market is gonna completely change because of AI, but it's not the case yet. You need to understand this. The recent tech layoffs that we have seen those past 2 years, that are massive, like tens of thousands of engineers being laid off, and that makes the market hyper competitive and brutal, like the way it is now, because jobs are decreasing, but the number of engineers is increasing who are available in the market. But that's mostly due to overhiring. It was due to the pandemic, overhiring that happened, bad business decisions, the economy, the recession, and a couple of other factors. That is the key reason. It's not because of AI yet. AI hasn't replaced anyone yet. So you need to understand this. It's rather the opposite. AI has created such a huge excitement in the tech world that every company that I know has a Slack channel dedicated to AI where they share news and different things like that. So there is a huge level of interest. And all those companies, they're looking into incorporating AI as part of their product. They're looking into adding this. And this means that they need engineers who understand how those tools work and how to properly integrate them. There is actually a true need for that. This is just an illustration of some of the recent AI companies that have appeared in the market and those that already are more established, but it's just huge. There's an enormous amount of excitement around the space and an enormous amount of companies that are creating, and all of them are in the need of a specific type of engineers. So we're gonna get into that role now. This role will be the highest in demand engineering job of the decade, or maybe even more. It's called the AI developer. Some people also call it the AI engineer, like the article that I referenced earlier in the slides. It mentions the rise of the AI engineer. I prefer calling it an AI developer because I think it fits more with what it is, and I'm going to explain that in the next slide. A lot of people confuse what this role is because of the keyword AI. So they hear AI, they think machine learning, neural networks, and things like this. It has nothing to do with it. There's no machine learning, no neural networks. You're not creating new algorithms. You're not doing none of those things. What an AI developer is, fundamentally, is a full stack developer who knows how to use those AI APIs. That's all. So full stack developer is what has existed for the past decade. It's just someone who knows front end and back-end development. But then he knows those extra technologies and terms that I'm listing here. So OpenAI is the most famous AI API that is available on the market. They have those GPT models, but there are other APIs as well, but I'm just listing this one as the top one. You can also check Replicate, you can check Hugging Face, but most companies are going to be using OpenAI just because they're leading the market right now by a mile. But then you know what tokens are, you know what those AI parameters are and how to use them efficiently to lower the costs, because every API call to those AIs, it has a cost associated with it. And businesses want to reduce the cost. So engineers who know and understand how those things work, how to minimize the number of tokens needed, they're going to be very valuable. They know how streaming works and how to implement it. They know prompt engineering, which is very important. They know technologies like LangChain and vector databases. So this is a list, non-exhaustive, but it's a list of key technologies that an AI developer will know and will master. Salaries are next level for this position. They can really go wild. And what is very interesting to notice is AI, for the longest time, was more a field that researchers would go into. So the development of AI, the research around it, those algorithms, it was the era of researchers. So this is when researchers were extremely valuable and they were leading the way. Now that those algorithms have made available to the masses is the next step of the revolution. It's when the revolution is actually truly starting to happen and reaching the masses. And to make this happen, you don't need more researchers. What you need is you need engineers. because engineers are the ones who are going to be building those AI products that the people are going to be using. And that's why it's super interesting. That's why this role is the next big thing. And you see salaries like from $300,000 or more at different companies. It's really going to be the hottest job available in the tech market for the next years to come. But now the main question that everyone is going to be asking is how to get ready for it. How can you prepare? First, don't get me wrong. Even though it's pretty early on and you have a strategical advantage if you start preparing for it early, it's not going to be easy because more and more people are catching up. They're realizing that this is a big thing and it's not going to be easy. The competition is going to be difficult, but the opportunity is huge. That's what you need to see. If you start preparing early, you do the work, you will be able to seize this opportunity. To get ready, there are multiple steps that you need to follow. Number one, if you don't know it already, you need to learn full stack development. So you need to learn the basic languages, then you need to learn frameworks and libraries like React, Next.js, Node, PostgreSQL, and more. So you need to have a good grasp of the fundamentals. This is very important. But then on top of it, you need to add and learn how the most popular AI API works, which is OpenAI. I always recommend the most popular one because, well, it makes sense. If you want to start with something, start with the most popular one. Don't go with something that no one knows how it works or no one has a need of. So you start with the most popular one and you're going to build one project, one basic project. You can build like a chatbot, for example. Using their API, you're going to use their GPT models. Then you're going to learn prompt engineering and streaming to improve it. So if you have a chatbot, you're going to implement streaming into it so that the response comes in a very smooth way. And then prompt engineering to improve the quality of the responses. Here, I mentioned that you can use the Vercel AI SDK to make it simpler for you and go faster. Once you learn those two technologies, you're going to improve your project and you want to deploy it online. You want to go through the step of having it online, deploying it so that it's a full project that is finished, deployed, and uses AI under the hood. You're going to understand also how the cost works. You're going to understand a lot of different things if you deploy it. Once you have done that, you're going to basically repeat this process with a bunch of new projects. But every new project, you're going to add a new technology related to AI. So for example, you're going to learn LangChain and then you're going to implement it to build a new project. Then you're going to learn about vector database, you're going to implement that in a new project and so on and so forth. You're going to learn about a new API from Replicate or Hugging Face and you're going to implement that in a new project. Repeat that process, do it enough to build a portfolio. And this is one of the best ways of becoming ready to capture that position. More and more companies are opening up for that role, that AI engineer or AI developer role. You're going to see it more and more popping up in different job portals. So be ready, be on the lookout. But for you to be hired for that position, you need to have all those steps that are ready. You need to have a portfolio of AI projects that have been built, deployed, and ideally you want to share it online to have some users that you can also test and see how people interact with it and improve it based on that. All of this is going to make you stand out and make you fully ready for this AI revolution. I'm actually teaching this to my students and I'm helping them become ready for this. I'm teaching how to build AI apps step by step. I give like 10 different AI app ideas that are like unique and help you stand out in the market. There's calls every week. It's like Q&As where you can come ask me questions. I'm going to help you with your projects, help you with your career. The bootcamp is in pre-order right now. So it means that if you're interested, if you want to get it, this is the cheapest price you'll ever have it. There's a discount specific for the pre-order. The price is only going to go up after that. So if you want to learn how to build unique AI apps that stand out in the market, if you want to learn how to get those six-figure jobs and get ready for this revolution, go to lastcodebender.com/bootcamp and sign up. And remember one thing, we are the Codebender Nation. And for us, code and AI are just tools to achieve our goal, to reach freedom. I hope you enjoyed this video and I recommend you watch this one next.